Welcome to the Audi Garage. So today in this video I'm going to start off by looking into my original B5 S4 that I purchased that we're doing the excess power build on and find out why it's not starting. I already did do some preliminary investigations by trying to turn the crank with a wrench and ratchet, and I did hear some weird crunching noises in the belt area. So I have a feeling that there might be some squirrel and mice debris that's accumulated over storage. So I'm going to put you guys on time lapse, pull off the front end of this car, and start pulling off the timing cover to see if I can find anything.
Jesus Christ.
So as you can see from the time lapse, I have the accessory belt off, and let's see if I can show you guys what I found. Well, I can't, but the alternator is straight seized. Everything else moves. I've turned over the engine a bunch of times, so now let's see if this thing will fire up and start. Well, not quite. It looks like I gotta probably hook up with this second battery, and I'm going to check if there's fuel and spark. She starts! We figured out the B5 pretty quick. I have that moved out, and I'll swap over an alternator and take it for a drive later to make sure we're good before the stage 3 swap that we do. But now, in this video too, I'm going to include a O2 WRX clutch swap. So this has the, I believe it's 2-liter EJ20, I think it is, turbocharged engine. And we're just putting in a stock replacement clutch for now. So all that downpipe stuff has to come off, all the bell housing, starters underneath the intercooler, axles, cross members, all that good stuff. So I think I might do a few time lapses, talk about a few things on this, but this is more so an Audi channel, but for all you all-wheel drive guys, this might be a little bit interesting. Up in the air, did a quick little check on the turbo down there. One of the studs is half snapped, so the nut's only half on, so hopefully the other ones don't snap. The lower cat bolts are totally basically undersea crustaceans. There's no bolt there, so I got to cut those off. Driver's side boot is ripped on the inside, and unfortunately, I think it might be a fairly common problem on these cars, is the rockers behind the skirts are in really bad shape. So if you are buying one of these cars, especially up north, definitely try to really assess the rust situation, because this one's unfortunately pretty bad. Underside of the car doesn't look too bad, and like most of the bolts, but it's just the body with the rockers and then some of the rear quarters right about there. Here's an update to where we're at. So intercooler's off, slave cylinder is out, starter is out, all the harness is disconnected, grounds, pitch stop is out. I have the clutch release rod piece out. Kind of a pain because someone had previously stripped out the hex plug that covers the spot where you put that 8mm bolt. So now I did another round of penetrant on the downpipe. Because I have left to do is basically start doing bell housing bolts. And then underneath the car is axles and drive shaft. So that WRX was in really rough condition. I stopped the job, buttoned it back up together, and sent it off to a local shop with more experience with those WRXs. I know there's going to be a lot of stuck bolts and stripped threads, and I'd rather save the customer some money by letting the specialized shops take care of that job. And then I can get back to doing what I do best, which is the Audi stuff. So I've quick released that, and leave a comment if you understand that. And now I'm back on the V8 car. I'm going to swap to some winter wheels, and then also I forgot I had a short shifter on an old transmission, so I'm going to swap in that whole shifter box hopefully into the red car. So I'll pick up probably once I have the wheels on and once I start the shifter box. In case you don't remember, these are the 19-inch VMR wheels that are on the car now. So I'll show you guys a shot once I have the new, I think they're RS7 or something replicas. I can't remember exactly which model they are. They're a common rim now. Now I'm in the car. I have the shifter pulled out of the box. I'm not going to swap in the whole box. I'm actually going to do the opposite of what most people do. I'm going to swap in a pre-facelift shifter into a facelift car. That's just because all the pieces for the facelift short shifter are missing. So I don't have the steel ball and all the associated little bits. So I'm just going to take out the whole assembly and swap it into the red car. You can see here's the short shifter attachment. This does have the reverse lockout. I need to rotate that pin. Thanks to Devin for pointing that stuff out. I've actually never messed with pre-facelift A4 shifters, so this should theoretically all work. I just need to take off this plate and then take out the torque screws that hold that in and basically swap in the whole shifter. Obviously I'll have to mess with aligning the shift rods, which I always hate doing, but we'll get through it. So I'm going to throw this on time lapse and update when I'm done. So I managed to get it all buttoned up and aligned on the first try. As you can see, it's a pretty short throw now. Nice and easy into the gears, and then because it's a pre-facelift, now we have to push down into reverse. So some people don't like that. I do notice though in gear we have a lot of slop. So what I'm going to do is buy the eBay short shift kit. I'm going to link down Devin's thread in the description for anyone else that's interested. But I'm going to buy that short shift kit and I'll do a video for the facelift shifter because it'll tighten up that slop because most of it's in the plastic ball area on this shifter. So I got the short shifter installed and now taking it for a little bit of a rip. So this is second gear, a little bit of a throttle punch. Torque definitely is awesome in these cars, especially when you're holding the RPMs a little bit higher, and really fun around town. So third gear at about 3,000 RPM. Bring it up a bit. The exhaust sounds awesome. Engine's super responsive, definitely a fun car. So that's where I'm going to leave off this video. In the next video, we'll probably start working on the B5 S4, swapping in the new alternator, and maybe I'll take that around for a bit and talk about how the car sits and what it's like and the differences between a good stage 2 car and ramping it up to a full-blown stage 3 car with a stock motor. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for our Instagram, our Facebook, and our web store, as well as the Patreon link that I've sent out if you guys want some specialized help on your projects. But until the next one, see you guys soon.